If you want to learn the secret to increase your influence, impact, and income in today's economy, listen up. We have Chad Jenkins, the man. How you doing, Chad?
Gary, it's great to be with you this morning.
Listen, you are Mr. Collaboration. I'm not wearing eye makeup. I fell off my bike, so don't judge me. But listen, we are super excited to be here today. And
Yes.
when did you start collaborating? Like, did you come out of the womb collaborating here?
That's very funny. I'll tell you the best, as far back as I can track it, it started around 8 years old. And it's because I felt like I had to learn how to recombine what already existed to create more. And it was actually a lot more simple than it originally appeared. But I've been doing it since I was about 8. So I definitely have a couple reps.
I love it. The book's already hit USA Today. There's a whole article about this, why collaboration, not competition, is the future of entrepreneurial growth. I love that title. Why do you think that's true, Chad? Why are competitors not cutting it today?
Yeah, so they're not winning, and it's mainly because and we've been trained to do this. By the way, best I can tell, it starts about the third grade to compete. You
Mm,
need to make 100 on the math test. So do I. And then we involve sports and just really ramp up this whole mindset of competition. But as we get a little bit older, and I'm sure many folks that are listening, they were also they're looked at as go-getters as a kid.
mm.
And the older we get, we figure out that it's not about go getting, it's actually about go giving.
Ooh, I
So
love
it's,
that.
it's a real mindset shift to begin this change to looking at what you already have and what happens whenever you go to perceptively give, but you're running a program of what happens when you combine it. So every time you combine, you create. And of course, if I'm trying to compete with you, I'm trying to outmaneuver you. Whoever is thinking from a position of what happens when I combine what I already have to create an emergent or outcome, they win.
So good. So I almost hear you saying that, like, if we're competing, we're keeping score, but when we
Yes,
collaborate, we don't have to.
not at all. No, because you're both being able to split the outcome or share in the emergent that is the result of you doing what you were doing yesterday, and this other person is doing what they were doing yesterday. But
Ooh,
tomorrow, we're doing a real simple thing. We're combining.
that's so
So in
good.
collaboration is not like a partnership. If you and I are
Mm.
going to partner together, it means we're going to go do something. When we collaborate, we become something. And if
Ooh,
either one of us
ooh, ooh.
doesn't show up, we don't have a collaboration. But if we do show up and we combine what we already have, every time we do, it creates something new.
I gotta say that again. So you said competing, we do something.
Yes,
Collaborating, we become something.
that is correct. Distinctly different. Even though a lot of people think they're similar, they're not at all.
It's so good. You know, I even road trips. I even think about how when my family's hungry, we don't usually get fast food, but sometimes at these places, it's almost like these two restaurants combined into one
Mhm.
roof.
Yes.
And now when your family stops, they can get X or Y instead of driving to two different ones. Is that a microcosm?
So it's definitely a microcosm. Even more than that, I would say you're touching on one thing that I feel like a tons of entrepreneurs, and if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, I strongly suggest you remember this one foundational rule. And you just described the outcome. Make it easy for people to do business with you. So if there
Mm,
are 4 of you in that car and you're driving down the interstate and nobody really wants to pick where you're going to eat, but you can go one place and have multiple options, and you're not going to sacrifice the quality of your remembering of exactly what that burger tastes like
yeah.
or this chicken tastes like. You're
Yeah.
making it easy for people to do business with you. It's really simple, but
Oh, that's
we've been
good.
trying to compete so long that we
Yeah.
spend all of this enormous amount of time in trying to compete with each other versus trying to combine with each other. But when you
Oh,
combine,
so
you
good.
make it easier for people to do business with you, just like you outlined. And who wins? You do. If you own the business, you win.
So
You
good.
didn't have to hire anybody new. You didn't have to learn any new recipes. You didn't have to keep any different inventory. All you did is combine what you already had. But when you do, you create.
I
And this
love
world
that.
is about creation.
I love that. You have so many collaborations.
Mhm.
How many today are you part of or whatever?
Oh goodness, as far as that we've created, because today we do it for entrepreneurs all around the world in our
Yeah.
community. We're well over 1,000 now. Of one entrepreneur combining with another entrepreneur, and sometimes two or three
Yeah.
entrepreneurs
Yeah.
to create, and everybody
Well,
participates in the outcome.
I'm part of your community. I love it. I've been to your
Yeah.
event, your live event, but it's called Collab.
Mhm.
Show us how Nike and Tiffany collab. You know, it's funny. I just Googled
Oh
this, and they
yes,
even called it the Nike Tiffany collab, right?
yes,
Or collab, I guess. So
yes.
talk to us about why this makes sense and how both you have this great principle that you say, like, before yesterday they were doing their same thing, Tiffany's was doing their same thing, and then
Yeah.
created all kinds of new value.
Yes, I mean, just as you scroll through the website, I think it's very clear in the graphics here. We
Yeah.
know that Tiffany, their iconic blue box, has been the same
Yeah.
for a very long time. Therefore, they didn't just create this blue box when they decided to collaborate with Nike. And I
Mm,
recognize something I've seen on quite a few pair of tennis shoes I've bought since I was a kid, and that
yeah.
is that swoosh. But I've
Yes.
never seen that swoosh in that color.
Ooh,
So
so good.
all both Nike was Nike, Tiffany was Tiffany. Nike served this worldwide audience, so
Mm,
did Tiffany. And yes, there's some overlap, but there's no correlation between the two. And all they did was put the two together. And of course, you can see here, I think these sneakers, I did a little research on this one because I've used this is one a great example.
yeah.
They were the same yesterday, but tomorrow they're not. What was the
Mm,
difference? They combined. They started out selling $400 tennis shoes that now go for over $4,000. It's the same pair of tennis shoes that one of my daughters has, but it's not blue and it's not black.
oh my gosh. So you're saying that Nike and Tiffany's, they didn't keep score.
Mm-mm.
Uh, they became something new,
Mm-hmm.
and their value increased. Do you think some ladies, I'm going to just say ladies because I think most ladies like Tiffany's. You think some ladies maybe got Nikes for the first time, and maybe some Nike
100%.
wearers bought their first quote Tiffany product? What do you think?
Absolutely. Because it introduces you in something that you already know and trust. And this is something that I
Uh,
find many entrepreneurs on the planet, because I'm fortunate to deal with, oh, sometimes it feels like hundreds daily, but definitely probably 8 to 10 a day I speak with. They do not feel that they have reach as an asset to monetize.
yes,
And what you're seeing here in this example, both of these organizations had trusted relationships. They have a client base that trusts them. So does
that's
every
good.
entrepreneur listening to this. They never considered that as a monetizable asset. But
Mm,
both of these organizations, somebody in the organization picked up on it pretty quick. It's like, hey, if we take our ability to create shoes and our iconic brand and combine it with an asset that another entrepreneur and here an organization has, we're going to create something that no one else on the planet can offer. I think they
mm.
call that a competitive advantage.
Ooh,
But if you think about it, they didn't spend any money in R&D. They didn't have to go figure out how to create a different, better shoe. They literally took an iconic shoe they've had for years and years and years and years, and they simply combined it. And when they did that, there's many examples. I think there's one example. We may even touch on it here. The two organizations were the same yesterday. They combine. They're the same tomorrow, other than the combination. But in the split second that they did it, within 12 hours, they created almost 6 billion of market cap.
oh my gosh, oh
In
my
12
gosh.
hours, I don't know how much faster you can do it. I don't think Elon's doing it that fast. So the
Wow,
only way to
that's
do it is through
interesting.
collaboration, and that's sort of what we drove me to write the book. It's like, hey guys, this is simple. You're
Yeah.
going paying a lot of money to get these complex strategies, but no one is showing you how to take what you already have and combine it. That's what the code of collaboration does.
Once your eyes are open, it's
Hmm.
amazing, Chad, because again, I've read the code to collaboration. I
Hmm.
now go through the grocery aisle and I'm seeing, wait,
Hmm.
Tabasco is partnering with Lay's chips. Wait,
Yes.
hold on, Sweet Baby Ray's is partnering with whatever. You know, like you start seeing it even on food products, and they're bringing people who love Tabasco sauce and people who love Lay's
It's so
chips, and
wild.
right?
Yeah, I saw one the other day, and this one didn't mean a whole lot to me, but it does. And I shared it with my daughters, and they got wild. There's a pickle like I would say a famous or popular pickle brand, which women
Yeah.
seem to like pickles. That I guess the salty taste. And Burt's
Oh, beeswax.
Beeswax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So now they have a pickle by this brand, right? So the brand had the brand equity of this flavor. They
Wow.
combined it with Burt's Beeswax. Well, there's Burt's Beeswax, the only brand with the only distribution where you can go and buy this pickle tasting lip balm for
That's
whoever on the planet that
amazing.
wants that.
That's amazing. I know some music fans here, and we've talked about this, but like Taylor Swift and Ed
Mhm.
Sheeran collab. So like why do some bands, I think of Johnny Cash sang with Bono. Like Bono did that a lot where he would collab with
Oh, yeah.
somebody. Why would Bono resurrect some of these old artists? And why was that smart business?
They have reach.
Ooh.
Here's the thing as an entrepreneur in 2020, at that time, I think I owned around 26 different operating companies. And it hit me one day. I'm pretty sure there's another entrepreneur on the planet who either has already the credit card number on file or perchance an open PO for every client that I want for any business that I own. So I can spend money doing it the conventional way. We can try some marketing campaigns, do some A and B testing. We can look at some glam metrics on,
Yeah.
boy, that we're really getting a lot of impressions. I'm like, yeah, but the phone's not ringing. But I'm paying all this money and investing, hoping that it comes. I got a novel strategy.
Mm,
I think every business on the planet has, they might not know it, but they have some perception of their cost of acquisition,
mm,
8 to 16% as a general rule.
yeah.
I am delighted to give another entrepreneur my cost of acquisition percentage if they will show up and say, here's a new client who wants what you have to sell.
Ooh, that's good.
They didn't say, here's a client who looks like a lead. They didn't say, oh, they've responded to a form. They
Yeah.
watched a video. No, 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 no. They're ready to buy what it is that you offer. Oh, and by the way, I already have the credit card number on file. So we'll send them the invoice. I'm going to send you 90% or 92%,
Wow.
whatever you agree to collaborate with these other entrepreneurs. Again, they had what they had yesterday. You're just
So
combining
good.
it for better tomorrow.
Listen, you and I live, eat, breathe this. I mean,
Mhm.
when I started hanging with you, you know, look at Coverse. Coverse, you said, "Hey,
Mhm.
I have a special community that's all focused on collaboration. You have
Yes.
a unique ability on publishing." And
Mhm.
all of a sudden, Coverse Collective, and now Rickson and Stell. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit. Like, what happened here?
Yeah. So what these guys obviously I'm looking. My job is to help uncover the dormant assets in an entrepreneur's business. And because I've been doing it since was turned about 8 years old, I've had
Yeah.
a couple chances to apply that. So what I recognized in all of the entrepreneurs that I am serving who are partner with me in the collab across the
Yeah.
entire planet, they have secret sauce, and it's the way they do what they do. But nobody sells it. They all give it away for free, and their invoices look the same as the person across town or across the
Mm,
country in the same business model. And I say that's not why people buy from you. So helping them understand the asset that they already have and then combining it with an
mm.
asset that you already have
So good.
creates a major impact for somebody who started in that industry 2 or 3 years ago, right? Because
Wow.
you can change literally the trajectory of an entrepreneur if you just combine those who've been doing it for a long time. Like this is not rocket science. So
Yeah.
the Coverse collaboration with you empowers my entrepreneurs to showcase what makes them unique, just like their mom and dad told them.
So
Now
good.
they can use Coverse to get that to a much wider audience.
So good. Talk to us about the cover. I see puzzle pieces.
Yeah, there's
Talk
two
to me.
different meanings there. Uh, so collaboration is the missing piece of your puzzle.
Ooh.
And please know that you are the missing piece to the overall puzzle. When you figure out this code to collaboration, you see yourself in a different light. You see your organization or organizations in a different light, and you understand that there's so much more to them than the SIC code that identifies them with the tax basis.
Mm.
like an exploded parts view. Like if you bought something from IKEA, we both know if you
Yeah,
lose that screw, your butt's headed to Home Depot and
that's
hope to
right.
goodness you can figure out which screw you need. So
That's right.
I envision that every entrepreneur, and for that fact, every human on the planet has these individual parts and pieces that are begging to be in collaboration with someone else. So it's not that I want to go sell Carrie Oberbrunner. It's not that I want to go sell publishing, but the parts and pieces that you have amassed in creating a publishing company has a lot more value than publishing books.
That's so
That's what
good.
I see. And
Yeah,
the code to collaboration is the answer or the key to unlocking that value creation that you already have.
I love it. I love it. So, Chad, what this book? I mean, obviously, it's
Mhm.
it's amazing. It's already hitting some bestseller lists. Why do you think the world is ready for this? You know, we've dog fight dog world. You know, step on everybody. You know,
Yes.
this whole fierce evolution, animalistic, kill or be killed. Why do you think that's like going away?
Here's what's coming. You may have heard about it. AI.
Haha.
AI has now leveled the playing field. So if you think you're competing with me, I can get the tool that you can for 20 bucks a month. And if I have a better
Ooh,
question, I get a better answer and I can outpace you. But
wow.
when I use what I have to combine with what you have, we both win. So I would tell you how you're going to win in the next economy, which I would argue is going to be the collaboration economy. I think today
Yeah.
we're in what I call the idea economy. So as AI is leveling the playing field from all the things that you think make you unique, which they don't, what's making you unique is the application of your imagination. So as we proceed forward, and the next new model comes out, and the next new model comes out, and then they've automated parts and pieces of the positions that exist in our companies, we're going to be left with the thing that we all came factory installed with to help us win in this new economy. It's your imagination. But your imagination is doing nothing more than recombining what already exists. If you
Mm,
look backwards in history, tell me somebody who created something new without combining what already existed. I've asked
mm,
that question to many, many entrepreneurs, hundreds, maybe even thousands over the last 2 or 3 years. No one's had an answer different than the answer I just gave you. There are no new things. There's only recombining what exists. How do you do that? You look inside, you stop trying to compete, and you let your brain expand. Leverage your imagination.
wow. Is it almost like I'm thinking of a young college student who says, "Should I go to this school or that school or that school?" In a way, is their decision deciding who am I going to collaborate with?
Absolutely. Yes.
So
Yes. So
the
to become emergent focused
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
required. Okay. So
absolutely.
being able to, and the people say vision, and vision's wonderful, but really what you're doing is you're running a program. And I talk about this in the code of collaboration. It's a
Yeah.
really simple, I call it my constant question. And I'll give you a little insight to what's inside the book. How can I see, how can I take what I see and combine it with who I know, what I know,
Oh,
or
that's good.
where I know and create? So I'm becoming very emergent focused
Yeah.
when I begin to run that particular program. So example, do I go to this school, that school, or that school? It's all about vision. So that vision is going to align where you head in direction and also the resources that you attract to yourself. So
So
you're
good.
using this particular constant question to
Yep.
figure out if I combine with this school, if I combine with the people that go to this school, what is the emergent?
I
And
love
that
that.
is truly going to be different in each one of those different schools.
Yeah.
The real secret sauce is running that program, which of course I talk about here in the Code to
Yeah.
Collaborate.
Identify, inspire, ignite. You and I have
Yes.
had you and I chat quite a bit many times in the morning, but I think you said that someone really has to create a collaboration with themselves first.
Yes.
Otherwise, they don't see what they have to give to the world. Can you
To
unpack that?
combine. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So looking inside and understanding what is the exploded parts view of Carrie Oberbrunner. I know that you're a publisher. I know that you own instant IP, but I'm real interested in you telling me more because
Mm,
I'm looking for that exploded parts view to understand what you have to combine with others.
makes sense. Okay. So, what do you hope happens with this book? You and I are chatting in a year or 2 years from
Mhm.
now, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, man, the whole world's changed." What
Yes.
what is it regarding collaboration?
Mm. So in I'll tell you I think Peter Diamandis calls it Massive Transformation
Transformative
Project,
or
MTP, okay?
MTP. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
MTP. So my MTP is to restore or return collaboration into the building blocks or fabric of humanity. This book is a large impact to that. I work with entrepreneurs all over the planet, showing them how to do this. I can tell you, I started doing this way before I was classified as an entrepreneur. At 8 years old, they did not call me an entrepreneur. What was I doing? It's the same thing I'm doing today. I was looking at what exists, figuring out on what the emergent is when I combine it. I didn't say I had to own it. At 8 years old,
Mm,
I'll be honest, guys, you don't own a whole lot. And that's the wonderful unlock that happened to me at 8. I figured out that I don't have to own it all. I do have
that's
to
good.
understand what happens when you combine it. I don't think I've said it on this call, but you can hear me say it now. Vision is the catalyst. The only
Mm,
reason anyone gets out of the bed in the morning is because they have a future vision of how something is going to be better of applying themselves to the job, applying themselves to getting in the car and going to the job, or going to that meeting and you get the sale. You have a vision of a future emergent. Well, the way emergence happens is through combination. The way combinations happen is through collaboration. So, to answer your real question, I hope this book inspires them to
mm.
understand you already have more than you need to create more, way more than you ever wanted. You just need the
Wow.
code.
Wow.
That's
So
why I wrote it.
the book really gives people the code for people who
Mhm.
say, I'm catching the Nike Tiffany example. I'm catching the Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, the Coverse Publishing.
The
They're
deal, the
catching
pickles,
the pickles, the
the
balm.
pickles. Yeah.
I mean, it's so true. You see the really big wins in the world, whether it's Disney
Hmm.
partnering with so and so or
Yeah.
athletes partnering. Yeah, why don't the average person do it? How come, Chad? How come the average person
Marketing is a wonderful thing. As it turns out, alcohol is poisoning. It's literally toxic. But think about it, people that drink on a daily basis, right? So marketing has trained us to believe what the message is, not what the reality is. So we've been
Mm,
trained to compete, and I love sports. Absolutely. Competing is wonderful. But
yeah,
competition is actually collaboration if you take two steps back from it.
yeah.
Currently, OpenAI, Claude, competing or collaborating?
Ooh,
I know what the default and conventional answer is,
yeah.
but if you take two steps back from it and look at it, you're like, hold up, you know what? It looks like they're competing. But I'll be honest, I think humanity is benefiting because as they're competing, they're really collaborating on the benefits of AI for humanity. So whenever we grow up, again, go
Yeah,
giver, not go getter.
yeah.
Collaboration, not competition. There's a country club not far from here. I know what's happening downstairs. I've been there before. Someone owns all the car dealerships in town.
Mm.
Someone else owns all the car washes. And they have this novel concept. How about I combine all my car wash ability? You've got extra land, I'm sure, with some of those dealerships that you own, Mr. Carey. What if we just combined them? You carve out a little bit of dirt. I'm going to put a new car wash there, and maybe we'll come up with a little discount. Anybody who's on my car wash care program, they can come get their car wash every week for no additional money. If they wash that car, and every time they wash the car, let me get this right. If we position my car washes beside your car dealerships, and they're bringing their 6 or 10-year-old car through the car wash, and every time they get it washed, they're seeing a brand new model. How long does
Ooh,
it take them to walk across there? And that's how
ah,
big business gets done. I'm here to share with you, and it talks about in the book. We
yeah.
don't have to wait till we get enough money to go to the country club to figure out how we combine.
I love it.
If you start at 8, you can basically you get a hold of the fast pass to the entrepreneur Disney ride. You
Yeah,
can literally grow non-linearly. This whole what
yeah.
is it, get rich quick? They didn't tell us how to do it. Collaboration's the
Mm.
way.
Collaboration is the way. And listen, folks, I know we're almost out of time, but you have to go to Collab Con. You can see
Mhm.
my screen, Chad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 2-day workshop. October
Mhm.
27th and 28th. I'm back there. I'm in the pick. I went. I love it. Dean's there, VCR,
Yes.
vision capability reach. But
Mhm.
Chad, I think you're creating something really special. I think that's why it's growing fast. I think is this your third book?
No, this is fourth book. Yeah,
Oh my
fourth, and I
God.
have two more coming out this year, which is great.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you are collaborating, my friend. So
Mhm.
if people want to find out more, seedspark.com. We
That's
also
right.
have the book website. And I believe that's collaboration, the code to
It's a
collaboration.
code to collaboration.com. So code to collaboration.com will take
Yep,
you right to the book website. Or
perfect.
you can, of course, find it on Amazon and anywhere else that you buy books.
Absolutely, folks. Get that book. It'll blow your mind. It is worth the price of admission and 10x and 100x. Chad, I your team is amazing. You are an amazing human. You're such a
Mm.
giver, and you've helped my son, my family. I just really appreciate all that you're doing.
That's a two-way street. And then we're building this together, you and me and all the other entrepreneurs on the planet before too long, humanity. This is going to be a fun ride. Thanks for the time today.
Thanks for the time. Hey, by the way, if somebody says I want to try out Collab, do you have
Yeah.
some kind of entry level?
Yeah. So the collab, the community,
Yeah.
we've recently launched an online platform that does
Ooh.
basically what my brain does. You can
Yeah.
have an interaction with what is called an AI, and then the AI's name is Collabra. And so at the home page here,
Yeah.
if you go back to the home, it will
Homepage.
give you the opportunity to join Collab, which is right
Yeah.
there in the center. When you click that, you'll notice that you have options. You can join for free. And
Oh
Carrie,
my
you
God.
mentioned VCR. All those
Yeah.
assets that we identify for an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, we break
Yeah.
down into three categories that you touched on. This is a vision asset. So you have insights that no one else has. You have
So good.
capabilities that no one else has. And you also have those trusted relationships, just like Nike and Tiffany. They had reach. You have reach. So you can begin today for free. You can go to collab to seedspark.com, click on join the collab, and begin to build your exploded parts view of all the pieces and parts that make up you and or your companies.
So
Joining the
good.
collab, you will see where those parts and pieces are matched with other entrepreneurs' parts and pieces where you get to participate in the outcome. Basically, that platform does the sit ups, you get the six pack. You already have what you
Oh
need. We
my.
just need to inventory it and show you how to combine it. And that's what the collab does.
Get in there, folks. I'm telling you, it'll change your mind and then it'll change who you are. Thanks so much, Chad.
Thanks so much.